If you hurt your back or you're suffering from a lot of chronic back pain, you will get recommended the stretches for your back. And sadly, those are often, most of the time, they're a waste of time. This is a bold statement, I know that, but I struggled with chronic back pain for more than 10 years and I really have a lot of experience here. I tried pretty much everything for this, and I know that stretches are actually something that can only have like a minimal temporary effect. Other than that, they're not really gonna do anything for you long term. Now, why is this the case? Why does everyone recommend stretches and they're still not effective? Well, first of all, they're really, I think they're really like, it feels like you're doing something and they have a little bit of a small temporary effect, which is why a lot of people think they're a good idea. But long term, they're not really attacking the root cause of chronic back pain, which is why I think they're actually not really useful. They're kind of like a waste of time if you're actually looking to solve this problem for good. And based on my experience and the experiences of the people I've helped deal with chronic back pain, there can actually be three major root causes of chronic back pain. Only one of them is actually a physical thing like an injury or a disc degeneration issue or something along those lines. In that case, maybe stretches, they can have like a minimal effect. That's probably the only scenario where stretches can have like at least a little bit of an effect. And even when this is the case, stretching doesn't actually solve the problem because it doesn't actually strengthen your body. Essentially, the very reason why you got injured in the first place, or why your back is hurting often, is because the muscles in your back and in your core, they're weak. And because they're weak, they kind of have to work overtime, which is why they're often really tense. This is somewhat of a medical paradox, but a lot of medical professionals are even familiar with this. So tense muscles are actually weak muscles. That's the whole deal here. And when you strengthen muscles, you're going to find that those muscles actually are not prone to injury anymore. And that's essentially how you solve this problem, how you reduce this type of problem. For that, stretches are just like the first really small starting point. After that, you want to really graduate to a full-blown strength program. I usually recommend the gym exercises that target like the core, the back, the abs, the sides, the obliques. They're going to be the most beneficial, and you're going to find that this is actually what solves your problem permanently. But sadly, in most cases, this is not even like the major root cause for chronic back pain. A lot of people believe that they should kind of like do something about their body, their physical like being. Maybe they're trying to even like strengthen their body or just stretch it, but they're not actually attacking the right root cause that's causing their back pain. This can actually be increased inflammation levels. This is mostly due to improper nutrition. This is like the second major root cause for chronic back pain. And you'll probably discover that if you fix the way that you eat, if you eat more clean, more natural foods, and completely eliminate all the processed garbage and usually like a large intake of carbohydrates, you're gonna find that your chronic back pain levels really go down pretty much for good. This is one of the most often overlooked solutions for chronic back pain. And I talk a lot about nutrition in my other videos. I think a relevant video should appear above me right about now. Definitely check it out because I think this is going to be the key that you're looking for a lot of you guys actually. And the third and usually the most common root cause actually, which also surprises a lot of people, is that chronic back pain may be caused by unresolved psychological and emotional issues. This may even be stuff from your childhood, difficult challenges that maybe you haven't had like the time or the awareness to handle and to address. And this can usually translate into tensions and like stiffness in your muscles, usually in your back. This is why a lot of people actually suffer from back pain. I know this is a weird idea, but you may be surprised to know how effective it can be if you just resolve this issue. Usually it takes a few weeks and the work is kind of difficult, but once you get a handle of this, once you solve this, you're gonna be like, wow, you're gonna be shocked to find out that this was actually making your back hurt all along. I talk a lot about this in my free book. Definitely check it out. Link to it is in the pinned comment or description. You're gonna see everything that I'm talking about here. It's all gonna make a lot of sense. Also check out my course on healing chronic back pain and the app as well. I have a lot of resources for you here. If you're interested in this last root cause and why it's so prevalent and why it's so common and why it's actually the major root cause for the chronic back pains of most people. Check out the next video that's gonna appear above me. I will see you there, and until next time, be brave.